Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. It's Talk Shit Tuesday. What up, everybody? What up, everybody? Big shout out to everybody out there in the Shark Tank. Big shout out to all my people out there on the back street. Hey, don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Let me give a big, y'all know what time it is. Get them drinks, get that shit rolled up. Sit back and enjoy yourself. Remember, hit the like button. Don't cost you nothing. Give a big shout out to all my people in the chat. Big shout out to my main man, Mr. Dickie Foster in the house. Big shout out to Mr. William Torres in the house. I see you, fam. Big shout out to my man, the Mad Doctor. What up, fam? Big shout out to my man, G Red Boy Rascal Live. Face your dogs. What up, fam? Big shout out to my man, Mr. Ron King in the house. What up, fam? Oh man, I see you, fam. Big shout out to 517 SCK. What up, fam? Shout out to my man, Double M Desbo in the house. Bite down and shake that like button. What up, fam? Shout out to my man, the Almighty Ones in the house. What up, fam? Big shout out to Mr. Bruce Banner in the house. What up, fam? Shout out to my main man, Mr. Derek Lockett. I see you, fam. Shout out to City Boy Kennels in the house. Showing love. What up, fam? Big shout out to my man, one and only Mr. Vernon Starr in the house. What up, fam? Big shout out to Mr. 216 representing the OH and 10. What up, fam? Hey, appreciate everybody showing up tonight. I'm trying to make this like a short night, but I felt like we're going to talk, we're going to make something short without getting to all, we've been through some of this stuff through the weekend, but I wanted to bring up, we always talk about, a dog man's drive. I guess not everybody can, everybody had a possibility. It just boils down, when it comes down to these dogs, how much is your drive and your love of what you're doing with these dogs. You know what I'm saying? And I always felt like a man work defined him as a dog man. His work defined him, who he was. And for me, of all the dog men that we've been around, and we name a whole lot of them, but it's them certain ones that you learn big lessons from. Not only based on the information and the talks you have. We always talk about Joe and Nate as, people we looked up to, because those were two brothers. And then you had McNasty and Mr. T, again, two brothers. So you got to kind of see where we be coming from when we be like understanding and learning how to become, a team. Each one of we had our roles, we had our places, but you're looking at, we looking at the time, we would never known they was going to be great dog men. They just was known for having great dogs. But just to be around them and talking to them and having a relationship with them, it was more than just about the dogs. It was, how they handled themselves, the roles that each the brothers played together. See, being me and Mo came in, we twins, so automatically we're going to be stuck together like glue. But McNasty and Mr. T was the same way, and so was Joe and Nate. And when, you can know a person, but then when you really know a person, as far as a dog man, you know them because they sharing information with you. They in many occasions would say things and point out things. You know, that for me, it never left. All the way down to when they was in the box and how they handled situations and still was able to communicate through the whole process. And I'm talking about on many occasions. Had the pleasure of seeing them many times. But it kind of drew on, that's the direction we want to add that to our thing. You know what I mean? You know, let me do this part right here and you stick to that part and trust me that I got this part. And that's how them brothers were. And it was, when you look back on it now, you know, being able to see their work and hear their names even now, you know, every time I hear their names and just think about, not everybody had the ability and the pleasure of being around all that greatness. And I'm going to just put it out there. Just straight greatness. Because their work defined who they were as dogmen. You say whatever you want about them. But when it came down to these dogs, they were dog men, and they were good dog men. For me, they were great dog men. Because they did have something. They wasn't like they were stuck up. You know, they might have been to some people, but I don't know. But they opened their arms and their doors, you know, to where we were privileged to be not only see their work in action, but learn so damn much. And trust me, fellas, when I tell you, it definitely, we took a little bit from both camps and added it into how we handled things. You know, it was always a reason why they were doing some of the things that they were doing. And you had to understand why they were doing some of the things they were doing. Because, I don't know, some guys, you know, you think you got a good camp, but I always felt like two heads was better than one. And them brothers, they worked their hands to where you not only had to beat the dog, you had to beat them. There was that extra that led to a lot of the things that I seen got them over the hump. And I mean, I'm talking about on both occasions, the Abrahams and Roadblock. Now, true enough, everybody, you know, I have my own personality. Mo had his own personality. You'll understand our personalities. I'm pretty sure even with us doing these videos, y'all can tell me and Mo is basically two different people. We do a lot of things together, but we still individuals. And between the two individuals, we have to do things based on who we are to make things work. You can see that. Well, imagine us being around them and understanding that aspect and how they used it and the advantage they were actually having over people who wasn't really up on the game like they were really, truly up on the game. So you had McNasty, who had the loudmouth of the crew. You know what I'm saying? McNasty, but he knew his shit. But then you had Mr. T, who was calm up until he got hype. And then once he got hype, you could say Mr. T was like the muscle. So you could see why I kind of drifted off and wanted to be like T. You know what I'm saying? Because he was calm until when he flipped that switch. And then when that switch got flipped, it was on, because that means there's a problem and he was going to correct the problem. You know, and I always looked in this game, there was always going to be somebody that was going to be talking, you know, and most of the time, Mo was pretty much the one who was kind of loud. Well, not loud. He, you know, you talk that shit, but Mo would be on your ass, be like, we gonna see, you know, he gonna be that piece of shit over there. We here now, all the drama gonna stop. And, you know, Mo is constantly in your head because I told you, you had to not just beat the dog, you had to beat him, and then me personally, because again, I was always with him in there. And that's how they worked, man. And it was like the advantage to what was actually going on and how they did things is what really impressed us. Because then and then again, they had great dogs. But when you're trying to get inside a person's mind of why they picked that dog, or why they shaped like that, and why do you do that, and I watched the brothers talking back and forth, and what do you think? Tell them to do this, do this and do that, and Joe and Nate, they communicated the whole time. McNasty, Mr. T communicated the whole time. And for the ones who had the privilege of seeing us go, they noticed me and Mo communicated the whole time. So Mo might stand up and see me over here in 1 minute, and then the next minute he see me on the other side of the pit calling the dog to me. Putting in that work, taking advantage, keep it close, and there was advantages of that because there was things that I could say to the dogs, and I think dogs know the difference of the voice that they hearing. I can make a dog do something, act a little bit different by saying something the dog was used to hearing me say, and they would hear me, and you could tell they could hear me. I'll say, bring them here. And that tail will go to wagging, and all of a sudden you see the mobster, the bulldogging, the snatching, bring them over here. And me, I'm trying to get them backed up in the corner so they can just barrel in. You're back there now. I want you to stay back there. I'm all up on the wall. Now you got me and Mo. Yeah. But those are some of the things that I always felt like if it worked for them, it's going to work for us if we try it. And we learned that early in the game. Early. For us to be around and even see Joey. That was 1992 when he was Dog of the Year. I think we seen 2 of his last 3, and he was a 6-time winner. He had already won 2 in somebody else's hands. Won the other 4 in Roadblock's hands. So it was an amazing dog, man. And I mean, they didn't go into no bullshit. If you knew them, they was always headhunters. McNasty, he had that mouth, but they didn't have no shame in their game. They bought a bulldog. And as long as Mr. T and them was putting it in shape, they was bringing a bulldog. But the reason I wanted to talk about them tonight, because again, I had somebody, people didn't really understand who Joey, Grand Champion Joey, was. No, he was more than just a bulldog. He was a monster of a bulldog. You know what I'm saying? The dog was just straight ahead, put his head down, and like he was there to have a job. And he took care of his business. And when you're around those type of dogs, and first of all, not just those type of dogs, but those type of people who have those type of dogs, you really have a chance to know, based on what you see for yourself, how everything is going down, how they got to this point. Just the knowledge that you get a chance, not hear about it, but see it for yourself, goes a long way. It's a difference compared to by you standing there seeing it and then applying it. Because if you've seen it, you've seen how they got there. Now you have to apply what you learned, what you've seen, and implement that into your program, because it's something that you were not doing. And then when you add it to your program, you see you have the success and the results, which helps you understand why they were able to do and be able to pick the right type of dogs. Because they had a knack for fighting great dogs and and wasn't ashamed to go into anybody. Didn't fear nothing. So those is true dog men for me. But I speaking on Joey because I seen somebody, and they didn't know, people didn't know too much about Joey, and I always felt like, Joey was one of them greats back in the day. Now here's Joey right here. I wasn't trying to get into the story right quick, but this is Joey right here. Look how he bred. Now I don't know how many of y'all was, when that young Dutch boy shit was around. You see Art back there. A lot of these dogs was kind of would have been like unknown type of people. You really wouldn't have known that much about them. But remember, Joey went into his first two matches. You noticed they was 15 minutes and 31 minutes. Roadblock got Joey to go, for his third one, going into Bonds and Company. You see, he finished him in 22 minutes. Then they went to Champion Redman, finished him in 23 minutes. Then they go on the Grand Champion Texas. That's one of them we got a chance to see. Hour 12 minutes. Texas was a good dog. But that pressure, Texas was never in it. I don't know how y'all hear the story, but I'm just let y'all know Texas was never in it. And then he took out Waldo. And the Grim Reaper, you already know, man had some bulldogs. Had some good bulldogs. But Texas was one of them dogs that, he was open to the world. He was open to the world. Hey, let me read this part to you. Joy for his fifth. Let me see if this is the one. Yeah. Joy for his fifth. What has been done only a few times in the dog game as he matched into Kirkland's Grand Champion Texas. Texas had won at least 5 and was out of the grill blood from East Texas. He was known to be an ace, but as always, in the sport of the dog fighting, there is only one winner. Texas showed up. He and Joey both came in on the right weight. The match was uneventful, with Joey taking control from the beginning to the end. Texas quit in an hour 12, making Joey forever to be remembered as one of the all-time great pit dogs that dodged no one, picked no soft spots, and was one open to be matched to the world. The Grim Reaper called with Champion Waldo. Waldo became Joey's 6th and final. Joey was retired to stud and lived his life fun in the sun. I'm going to let Mo go over some of the breedings with him. But when they say he never picked a soft spot, so that meant Joey had to been biting, which he was. See, Joey loved that kidney shot. It was, one get up in the kidney and just root up in there. You can't get him out of there, and he was strong dog. And then he worked from there and hit the back end. Just a murderer. But it was a great dog. And for people not to know the dog of the year of 1992, you kind of be wondering, how do dogs like that fall off? Well, I always told y'all, McNasty and them, they wasn't breeders. But I'm gonna let Mo get into that, but they really wasn't breeders. And to be honest, Joey wasn't really bred that much. But as far as actually seeing a badass dog, a rough ass dog, and for that time period, you know, and maybe even now y'all look at the pedigree and you don't understand why. But let Mo get into that. But for me to see it, I'm trying to tell you, I know what a badass dog look like, and I know what it takes to beat a badass dog. Because that grand champion Texas, he was supposed to be a badass dog, but you didn't see it. But the fact was, he was supposed to be a game badass dog. And I seen him quit, literally, stand there. So you tell me, to be a badass grand champion, 5-time winner, you know, and never be up. That meant that dog I was looking at enjoyed. That's what you call a badass dog.
The video was out there.
Well, yeah, but I didn't see the video. I mean,
Yeah,
but there's a video out there of it. But just to show you what, if you haven't seen the video, Mo said it's out there floating around somewhere. But to be able to see it in person, and to be able to see that dog, that dog, that's like me saying I seen the Queen. And to what I thought was a classic, really wasn't a classic, but I thought it would be a classic when she went into Pepper. You know, how easy you can be deceived. Because remember, before the Queen, I thought Pepper was unbeatable. Truly, after seeing what she did. But to turn around and see this other dog that I had no idea who that dog was, to do Pepper like she did Pepper, it made me look at these dogs a different type of way. And maybe that's why Mo called hard. He always wanted to see it for free. You know what I'm saying? Pay close attention, Mike. Whatever we need to see, we trying to see it like right here. You know, what's on the yard. Give it down how we get that out of him, but he wanted to see because he knew whatever it took, because you never know what the next man is bringing. And if you bring in something you think is all that, and then it turned out to be all that, but then you be wondering, well, what about the other shit? You can't take nothing away from the other fight the dog beat. You just got to pay attention to the dog that beat that dog and understand that dog right there is a damn bulldog. You just got to roll with it. I'm going to turn this over to Mo right quick, let him do what he going to do, and we're going to work it from there.
Well, you know the bed is on.
Yeah, we're going to keep this nice short. I'm pretty sure he's going to dive in and grab this pedigree stuff, and then we're going to be out of here.
What's up, everybody? As you know, I had to give it to them, though, what they didn't tell y'all, out of all the dogs that Joey beat, he was a wrecker. He was a wrecker. It did take him a little bit of time to get Texas out of there. It did. Took him a little bit of time to get Texas out of there. But Texas was in trouble from right off the opening scratch. He just lasted an hour and 12. But you got to give him credit, because then nobody else, maybe he went, what? He went 44 with Waldo. Yeah, see, look at that. Now, y'all know Shankbone. Shankbone was the one that had that Lionhead dog. And McClooney, he had that Redman dog, wasn't no joke. But look how Joey dismissed these motherfuckers. Look how he did them. I got to give Grim Reaper his props, because he lasted 44 minutes with old champion Waldo. But he was in trouble from the giddy up. And that one right there was when they did that. You know, most of you guys who, if you didn't know, there was a story behind the champion Waldo match. It was supposed to be a match of champions and grand champions that night. They got up early that morning and did Waldo. You know, I don't know what they did. They must have called Paul, Suburbanite Paul, told him, meet me over here. They're going to do it this morning. We're going to do it tonight. Because when the night came, everybody posseing up. Didn't nobody really know about Waldo and them going. But for some odd reason, police waiting for us to do it. Yeah. Popo then camped out, set up shop, and moved too quick. Moved in on them too quick. And that's how everybody got away. You know, because wasn't nothing happening, wasn't nothing set up. You know, it was picked off right off the bat. You know, and everybody always wondered, you know, why did they do that match that morning? Give you a person wondering, you know, they did it that morning, and then these people was waiting on us that evening. So that started a big ass controversy. That was a controversy that went a long way, but nobody could ever prove it. Me, you know, and I heard things, you know, in the end, you know, you're out here in these streets and you can't hold your own. You know, I put it like this: I don't get into street business because there wasn't nobody in mind when I was out there. You know, we got to take care of everybody on the left and the right and the front and the back. And the best way to take care of the left, the right, and the front and the back, if you become the pinpoint of trouble, is let that trouble stay where it fell, on you. Now, I don't know what kind of time they be putting in these people's faces to make them tell, unnecessarily tell, or give up the flavor, or go behind the back and take down innocent people. You know what I'm saying? And if they ain't innocent, the point is, prior to them speaking of these people, you know, the eye ain't on them. So when you do something and you bring the eye to people who don't know, you know, that the eye has been brought to their attention, you know, you can put the police on them. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can't help but call that foul. You know, I don't care about you selling your drugs, but don't take the dog game with you, dude. That's all I'm saying. You know, can you deal with a snitch? You know what I'm saying? It didn't ever stop him from doing dogs. All he did is move states, but it never stopped him from doing dogs. You know? So many people take that shit and be like, you know, he dead now, so it'd be like, everybody be like, I wouldn't fuck with that. Blah, 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 blah. Well, you know, even after the grand champion fiasco that night, they continued to fuck with him. You know, then the dope case came up and all he did is move states and they continued to fuck with him. You know, I'm going to tell you like this. I didn't know McNasty and what he did in his personal life, or, you know, anything he did. I only knew McNasty and Mr. T pertaining to the dogs and what they did for me and taking me under the wing and giving me the opportunity to hang out and run around with them. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm going to always be loyal to that. I can't say I can be loyal to anything that has to do with the snitching part of it. All I can tell you is my experience with the man and the information and the times and the funds that I had with him. That's what I'm going to hold on to. I'm going to hold on to that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to let that be what he took to his grave with him. And that's what I'm going to take out of him now that he is gone. You know? And that goes for him and Mr. T. So, you know, you might hear stories even when it came down to my boy Abraham. You know what I'm saying? He might have did things, you know, in the end, you know what I'm saying, that took people down. My thing is this: I don't know nothing about him and his personal life and his street shit. You know what I'm saying? And I can tell you again, I had fun with Joe and they and things that they did and the opportunities they gave me, and you know, just being around them and watching the way they operated and the way the matches of what real dogs look like. You know, set my standards for sure. I can't, because they did this creep shit over here, I got to take all this shit that I got out of that, man, and throw it away and just stamp a big ass, you know, snitch on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I can accept what I enjoyed out of them. You know, I can't accept what you bought. What life you went on after that. But I'm never going to just give up the opportunity and the fun and the experience I have with them. Period. I'm going to always be loyal to that. Because that's all I know of them. Now, I ain't going to call no judgments. I'm going to tell y'all exactly what it was like being with them. And the things that I was able to see and experience with them. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't want to see nobody popping up on their podcast. You don't want to be private snitch. Man, look, in this dog game, there's many lives out here. And even in today's lives, everybody get busted for drugs with dog fighting cases. You know, you got to see it for what it is. You know, it was drugs and dogs back then. But now it's drugs and dogs, and you picking up conspiracy charges, RICO charges, and all kind of federal charges now. And still, like it was back then, one person can come in and just poison the whole web. Poison the whole web. All it takes is one person to get in there, and the whole network is exposed. And that's when people start getting dropped. And there's just so many, it has happened to, in today's time, it seems like it's regular. You know what I'm saying? You got the damn near, you know, put your goddamn, you know, your visors on, you know, for your vision. Get down in there. And to be honest, with your vision, you got to make damn sure that, you know, everybody clean. I got to go to the door. I was y'all in today's world, I'd be knocking at the door. Hey, is there any drugs in this house? You know, I'm only here. If I'm going to do something illegal, you know, I want to be able to be caught for dog fighting. I want to be caught for dog fighting, gun charges, and dope charges, and you know what I'm saying? And a big ass conspiracy ring, because everybody in here, you know what I'm saying, has been caught up in the web and then been put into an investigation from one guy. One guy then got 20 guys busted. I mean, come on, look at Ricky Jones. Look at Ricky Jones. Did anybody snatch him out the Hall of Fame? Did anybody snatch Ricky Jones out of the Pitbull Hall of Fame? No. You know what I'm saying? What makes him any different than McNasty Joe and anybody else that you know did they funny shit? You know, it has nothing to do with their accomplishments in the dogs. Now, in the personalities area, you know, we got to give it what it is. It's like a dog making a turn and then getting to the line and quitting. Curring out. No, maybe they dogs was tougher than them. Maybe they dogs was gamer than them. The fact is, they's handling them dogs. And when it boiled down to it, it's them and they dog. You know? So that's why Ricky Jones is still in the Hall of Fame. You know, and we should respect those that are, you know, have done their part, regardless of what happened on the outside part, you know what I'm saying? You know, where I feel comfortable walking in a place and seeing Joe Abraham standing there. yeah, I would feel uncomfortable, but I'll be happy as hell to see him. I'd be happy as hell to see him. I'd rather see him somewhere where we can't get in no more trouble, though. I want to see him at no place where we going to get in some trouble. No, because he don't need no more trouble, nor would I. And I think we would both be smart enough to be in a place that, that we can enjoy ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't got to worry about it telling on me if he have to tell on somebody. You know what I mean? You trying to tell me he didn't told before, I ain't going to give him no help. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, just to be able to see him, I wouldn't be thinking about him being no snitch or looking down on him with all the fun and the opportunities and the shit that they gave me. I'm going to keep it in the dogs. I'm always be in the dogs. You know what I'm saying? And my respect and loyalty that I put out there is basically what I give them in the dogs. You can't just take something away that's already been implanted in you. You know what I'm saying? I had an opportunity to see Joey. I had an opportunity to see Champion Bo. I had the opportunity to see Champion Tater. I've seen several McNasty and them shit. I had an opportunity to see King David when he lost. I've seen an opportunity to see Queen of Heart. I've seen the BULLDOG, Abraham's Bull, Radar and Martell match. It was like,
The one we say that, like,
Boss Man, yeah. Then we did that, we tell y'all about that one, and that was everybody got caught that night except for us, but Windy City was there, Bob Lowry was there, everybody around the country showed up there, and everybody got knocked. And Abraham went and got everybody out of jail, paid everybody bond. Everybody got a bond. And we ended up walking back, finding our way back to their house with a dog. And that dog was grand champion. He turned out to be Boss Man. It was a black dog. And that's all we know. He was in the fight. You know what I'm saying? When we had to break it. The young boy grabbed him and he followed us out that window. But these are times, when I look back at those times, man, and say, great dogs, you gotta look at those matches. Them are still matches. I don't think you put enough into, those matches. We talk about them like they're momentary moments. Like, that's where it starts, that's where it ends. But it don't. There's so much that happens just to get them hooked. And then once you got them hooked, all the things in between bringing it together and making it happen. And then all the lucky people who has the opportunity to be there to see it happen. But yeah, the Texas Joey match was definitely on video, and there was at one time, because Satan fought the same night that Grand Champion Samson won his Grand Championship, and Satan was on that card, and he actually had a video on him out there one time of that show, and we did at Ricky's. So, at one time we used to have videos. You might catch Ram out there when I think it was Black Paz beat him, but that was back then. It was not unusual, to see some of them great matches. You know what I mean? Somebody had them on video. But then when you start seeing videos showing up on the news, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like, what? Then now y'all got cell phones now. How many times y'all done seen a cell phone match? Somebody sitting at a match, recording the damn thing. I mean, me personally, if I had visors on and I seen somebody down there, you know, with their cell phone up and ain't nobody saying nothing, it must be cool. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna run around there and act like I got COVID. I'm gonna be moving around just like that. They ain't gonna know who the hell I am. All this shit gonna be covered up. I'm gonna be walking with a long sleeve shirt, cold as hell. Walking just like this. Cause you know, remember when the police bust your ass, first thing they want to get out your possession is your phone. You know what I'm saying? But back to Joey. Let me tell y'all something about Joey. One, Joey was with a kennel who matched dogs. You know, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't really think that they could really breed dogs. If you want to ask me, I just don't think Mr. T and McNasty were breeders. You know, I'm going to see if I can pull up his pedigree. Because, you know, Joey really did produce shit. You know, he produced some good ones, but he really didn't get bred a lot either. You know, it ain't like they had him out there, Joey up for stud and shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that didn't happen. You know, Champion Bo, you know, they just didn't, they were too busy matching dogs. I'm going to tell you like that. You know, I think that was the key thing for them. They were definitely known for matching dogs. That's it. Now, you know, everybody has a yard. You know, if you on the yard, you know, you can get bred. And I you know, I'm trying to remember, but I swear I thought that McNasty, before he left, you know, Joey got sold. I mean, I might be wrong, but you know, my fam up there in the D, you know, or the boys up there in the North. Anybody up there in the North know what I'm talking about, but I didn't want to know. But I thought he sold Joey. You know, he had Joey for a while, but I think, you know, I was told that he had sold him. I don't know to who. Okay. This dog right here, Downrest Maniac. Now, you know Downrest is a damn good kennel for those who don't know the Downrest Kennels. You know, they produce some good dogs. And, you know, for them to grab one, for them to bring one to the box, there's a Joey puppy. But look how he's bred. Now you look at his breeding, and you can damn near tell why he was a killer like Joey. You can best believe he was a killer like his daddy. Was he game as his daddy? You know, Joey was never tested. How you gonna test a game up like if you can't whoop him? You know what I'm saying? How am I gonna know if he game if I can't whoop him? You know what I'm saying? Shit, that's like Joey on Texas. We walking in with Texas, head big as shit. The way I'm looking at them. You know what I'm saying? Who these boys think they is coming down into the Texas A with this up north shit? You know what I'm saying? You know, Texas has always got them great dogs. You know, Satan was trying to get on Lionhead's ass. Yeah, Grand Champion Lionhead. Yeah, we was trying to get his ass too. Just like Noriega went down there and went into Ajax. One of the very few times that, you know, one of them fast lane boys get down there and get a chance to hit the Texas roll when they got great dogs, you know, and they open the door to let us in, because Texas ain't an easy place to win in. But believe me, when that North come down through there and them great dogs come down through there, Texas is a great place to get a start or get a win for damn sure, because you're going to get a good one. Hey, shit, you think Big Thicker wanted to beat another Mayday dog? Shit, he took his 4-time winner and went into a 1-time winner. Just because she was a Mayday dog. Just because she was a Mayday dog. And was confident to put 6 figures up, okay? But to turn around and lose in less than 30. Less than 30, it was over. Trina ate that bitch up. Yeah, she's going for number 5. Mallory. Yeah, Mallory. Champion Mallory. Ate her up. See, those dogs come far and few. A lot of you guys that think you got them killers, you put him out there and he's killing shit, make sure he's out there killing the right shit. Because when that real killer come and see you, that's when you know if you got a killer. You know, that's just why you got a lot of champions and grand champions and, you know, going in each other and damn shit ain't going 40 minutes. 2 4-time winners ain't going 19 minutes. The first thing y'all start screaming, well, who did he whoop? He could have whooped the baddest dogs in the first 4. He just ran into one who had his number. Because that's how this game works. It's like any given Sunday. Don't ever bullshit yourself and think it ain't. Some of these guys are just international, you know, when it comes to having that strong squad. You know what I'm saying? America's greatest. You know, some of these kennels is just stock deep. And how do we know? Because they're matching dogs. It ain't about the breed and shit, because breeding don't bring fame, winning do. When you win, then guess who gets the credit? The breeder. You know what I'm saying? Even though we putting in the work, and if it's something that I done put together, I'm even more proud. Because that means I'm putting shit together that can go out there and deal with the shit that I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? That I grew up in watching. That I got these kind of dogs. I'm feeling that. And you know, I know what it looks like. So I know what I got to have. So I got to be on my yard looking through shit like, you know, and let me make this perfect clear while I'm on that subject. I'll tell y'all something. Let me remind you people, I said from the very beginning, if you was to ask Deep South seen May 2 go a few times. And if you was to ask Deep South, what do you think about May 2? You know what he's going to tell you? If I had May 2, he would be a grand champion. See, remember I told you the story about May 2 breaking the dog, you know, got up in there so deep in, you know, he paralyzed the dog, right? But see, when I said I took May 2 and put him in that test, that same day I grabbed Yellow Day and put on May 2. You know what I'm saying? Same day. Right after he did that, you know, and it took some work because that dog was the litter mate to 2 champions that went on the dogs. The brother and the sister was really 3 or 4 of them. One of them was champion Dum Dum, and the other one was champion Trina. The one that went down there and beat Mallory. May 2 knocked him off like 20 minutes. Broke him. So I put another battle. I put another battle on him Yellow Day. Yellow Day came in fresh. Oh, he got a chance to get in there, but hey, May 2 ran out of gas. But then the other thing was, to that point, Ben, I got him there. Why not leave him there? You know what I'm saying? So don't ever think that, you know, he came off fresh and went into Yellow Day. You know what I'm saying? And Yellow Day broke him off. No. And the only reason I left May 2 down there like I did, because guess what? I had never thought about breeding May 2 until he showed me the expectations of what he was bred to do. And even though I said I would not match Maytu, there was other factors in that. Because for Maytu to make it back to that chain, coming off a brat in Mayday, you know what I'm saying? I sat on him. After all that, I still sat on him. And when it was time for me to breed him, I bred him to a bunch of bitches and then moved him on. When I got out, he went on down to the next, I handed him off. It wasn't like he wasn't a badass dog. His production speaks for itself. If he wasn't, how would we be getting these champions off of him? Question. You know what I'm saying? Remember, we did breed this dog. Why would we breed him if he wasn't shit? Right? We wouldn't have champion Yellow Day. We wouldn't have grand champion Red Ruby. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have a bunch of these damn champions that come through Maytu. So, hey, don't get shit twisted here because, you know, that was based on my decision. You know, like I said, Deep South would tell you they like Maytu over Brick. And they saw Brick.
Incoming call
and
from
Brick is Maytu's grandson.
9100 for Michael Bayless.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I look at it like, you know, if there's any questions on that, you know, look at the dog and what he produced. Remember, we said the same thing about Mayday. We said the same thing about Mayday. We gave Mayday all that credit. You made Dog of the Year. You got your haters, but could he produce? Guess what? Yes, he could. So you can't even hate the damn dog. The dog is a hell of a fighting dog, and he was a hell of a producer. So if you hate Mayday, you know what I'm saying? You just a hater. Give credit where it's due, whether you like the shit or not. Is respect is still due where it's at, because if you don't like him, you probably ain't got shit that's been good as him or better than him. You know? And that usually be the factor in haterade. You know, that sweet juice in haterade. Yeah, that's what that is. Envy. You know what I'm saying? It's envy. And that goes with a lot of other lines. You know, we can hate Frisco, you know what I'm saying? But let's put the facts on the line. You know what I'm saying? Frisco started producing dogs. And I don't really think it was Frisco. I think it was dogs coming by way of Frisco, because a lot of those exported dogs that we was fussing and whining about, that was getting Frisco all these points, but they went overseas, way over here in Russia and Korea and all them crazy ass places, and then everything coming off of Frisco with ADBA saying this is enough. We ain't registered no more of this shit. And there ain't nowhere in here until we get some real DNA up in here. You know, so they mended their wounds after all these years. You know, money fix anything. You know what I'm saying? But to see the Frisco dogs come in and, you know, back into the States, the ones that got like imported in and really started making Frisco stand up, you know, hey, you know, you can hate Tom. And we can talk shit about back then, all them Frisco dogs coming all over the country.
Alexa.
But he definitely
Call
proved
nephew
that he was a good
That's David
producer.
Nephew, right?
Yes.
Calling David Nephew's mobile.
No. Alexa, cancel. Alexa, call nephew.
That's Matthew Phillip, right?
No. Nephew.
That's David Nephew, right?
No.
Sorry. Who do you want to call?
813-410-9100.
I couldn't find a contact matching nephew. 813-410-9100.
Yes.
Yo.
What up, nephew?
Man, this be like some
What's going on?
This be like some damn, what's that shit, man? The Jetsons. This motherfucker telling them, see, that kind of shit right there, y'all. You see how that damn computer was sitting up there telling me, I can't find it. Give him the phone number in the midst and tell him I couldn't find that one, but I'm going to go ahead and call this number you want me to call. You don't know what I'm saying, man? You know, if y'all getting used to that shit going on in your house, lights dim and the shit dim. You know, man, I'm not used to that shit. I'm going to tell you, I'll be sitting there watching the TV, you know what I'm saying? I'll say some shit like, you know, Wendy's or something. You know, and this by happen, you know, I notice a Wendy's commercial will show up and shit, and, you know, you be wondering, is these people peeping in on me? Or is this a coincidence? How many times that coincidence continues to happen? Who we got? Nephew on here? Hey, what's up, baby boy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, y'all.
Cool. How about yourself?
All right, man. This is the protege. It's my boy. He more than my nephew. He damn near like my son. But hey, man, this is Gameville. Gameville, what's up, baby?
Cool. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man. Go ahead, baby. Show.
Hey, I told you I had a phone to speak with you, and that's kind of what it was. You was hitting it on the head. In. The way you kind of tell the story about Mason, because you did check it makes him seem like he was a gang slug or something. Don't let Twin fool y'all. That same back end stifle crush your ass shit is what he for.
Yes, he was.
That motherfucker crushed 8, 9, 10 motherfuckers. I can touch him. Am I?
And he right, but but he was there. You was there that day. You was there. I didn't tell the whole story, you know. Remember when we...
Right. And see that, like, example. Deep South was begging you for him.
Yes.
Right or wrong.
You right.
And they told you if they did what they said he was going to be.
They're going to make him a grand champion.
A short order.
A short order grand champion. Because he was that dog, though.
We had dogs we bought. We looked at him first. Bought. Had a killer accident with him one time. A couple minutes later, you don't want him no more.
Don't put him on May 2. That's for sure, though. No, but see, I never got in there and told about the other 7 or 8 dogs that he ruined their careers. You see what I'm saying?
Fool y'all. May 2 was that back end stifling shit what he talking about.
He was.
Ding dong, because he was inbred. You could tell he was a blonde male. You know what I mean? He was dingy and shit.
Yeah.
But that motherfucker was one dimensional, and when he get back there,
it's over.
They didn't like it. I'm just gonna say that.
They didn't like it, but it was in him. He produced those type of dogs. Not only was he produced those type of dogs.
And I feel like his kids produce better than him sometimes. I feel like that. His kids produce like a motherfucker too.
But see, because it's in him to do, you know, you got a generation of producing dogs, backing him up.
I'm a firm believer in this. The Maytu, the Sassy, the Brat, that line of dogs, you know, we have plenty of, you have plenty of. I ain't never seen that ain't cost me.
Nope.
I'm not to say it's cost me. It didn't work with.
Right. Right.
His dog you never heard of before or after that worked with the motherfucker. You ain't heard about it before or after. Well, what is this shit? I don't know, but put this with it, goddamn it, it worked.
That's right. They brought that style, that stifle hard biting back end shit. You know when you got one. You know when you got one. That's the truth.
And it actually paralyzes the dog. I don't know if people, I'm pretty sure people who have a lot of backyard dogs, so they know this. But we've actually had to take dogs to the vet, and their shit was shattered. You know when they have them back there in the back, and that head being the head going side to side.
Mm-hmm.
The whole body, yeah. That's what happened to got in a 2 fucking minute kennel accident with his son, Sonny, an inbred son of his. Sonny went back there on him. A couple days later, he couldn't walk. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Yep.
That's what happened.
Say his son went his back end. I'm telling you, man, when you talking about back end dogs, them was some of the damnest, hardest biting. You didn't want to run into them. Because they gonna bite their way back there. They bite, they just don't get back there. They bite their way back there.
It was for pressure. Would you agree?
Yeah.
There ain't gonna be no bunch of holes, purple blood. It ain't gonna be none of that. But them motherfuckers gonna get the hell on.
Yep, you gonna know they hurting. Cause they damn near pass out. They try hard as they can to get up out of there, but they lay down quick. That pressure be on them.
And it's a lot of dogs that they got bred to, and of course, but it was different with that people Charlie did. That shit did something to it.
Yep, that's what I always told them. I said that, you know, even though they got Mayday in them, they did not fight like Mayday. They fought like Red Ace.
No. Yeah, they got different characteristics in them, and it worked. I thank God for them. I met these guys when I came home from college. Everybody was telling me about these dudes from Ohio and got to beat them. They got different kind of dogs, and I was probably been a silly with the dogs if it wasn't for them. I got lucky with who I met first. I could have met some cities and got bullshit for all my life, but I didn't. To this day, I'm 47 years old. To this day, if a dog's ear got a scratch on it, I'm gonna call this motherfucker. He's gonna help. He's gonna tell me exactly what they have to do.
And he ain't lying. He is dead right. And I be like, man, you know all this though. You know what I'm saying? He knows all this though.
Right.
But he gonna call to make it easy. He just lazy. He don't want to think about it. You got more people. You know, when you done something and people look at you like they look at us. You know what I'm saying? Now he got to raise some people up. You know what I'm saying? You know the first thing he'll do. Yeah. If you question him, he gonna pick up the phone. I'm gonna let you hear it from the horse's mouth.
I feel bad for the ones that's coming up in the game now because they ain't gonna get to do what we did, how we did. The shit ain't the same no more.
No, it ain't. It's fucked up. I mean, boy, for you to play out here today, boy, you got to be brave or a fool. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way they can run at the level we was running at back then. You know what I'm saying? There's no way the game could run at that level. But, you know, even at that high level that we had, you know, in the transition, you know, as we started seeing the game change, that's when we started seeing all the champions, the great dogs, they start coming together. Great dogs start losing. You know what I'm saying? It gets rough because ain't nobody with the bullshit. They done got out the game. You know what I'm saying? You know, when the game starts getting stiff, people's yards start getting empty. You know what I'm saying? You know, dude, you go out here and you take your 3 best dogs. I mean, you feeding like 20 dogs. And you really ready to go. These going to be your 3 best. You go out there and you get them hooked. You come home in a matter of 3-4 months, them 3 dogs are lost. Now, what about the other 18 you got at the house? What are you going to do with that shit if you done took your best 3? So a lot of guys.
That's crazy you say that because even though I'm not, I don't live like that no more. I still got my ear to the street. And a very, very reputable, I would just say Carolina dog man came over with 3 champions a couple weekends ago and lost it. All 3.
All 3 of them champions got whooped.
All 3. That's crazy.
And you know what? You dipping down in an area, and that's what usually happens. The dogs is only good as what you putting on them. Now, you get down in the area where, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, these boys they cavemen, you know, nobody really know who's who. And, you know, they've been running around staying the world. That's the only reason you bought them 3 champions this way. You know what I'm saying? I think anybody bring a champion to the damn table, believe in they shit. You know, that, I mean, even when they lose, you know, we talk about them. We talk about them. But, hey, look, you got a champion. You're doing the right thing if you want to go out there and go into a champion. I'm telling you, 2 of them matches wasn't even champions on their ass. You know what I'm saying? There was, like, one of the dogs was made champion off beating the champion. And the other one was, I think one of them was a one-time winner, won his second by beating one of the champions. Now, I think the other one was a champion against a champion. Am I right, Joe, bro?
Something like that.
I know.
I didn't get into, you know, I just heard what I heard.
Oh. You know, it's not filled with a bunch of anybody can get a dog, like, you know, you got everybody trying to be DMX. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like that no more. You know what I'm saying? And what really makes it bad now is the criminal element. You know, there's a connection between the criminal element. Are you telling me the only ones that's doing dogs out here is the ones that's selling the dope? Because those are only the ones that we keep seeing getting raided.
I believe it also too. I believe back in our time, there were more patches of people that were ahead of a lot of people. I'm speaking conditioning wise.
Right.
I think now the conditioning level has kind of. You still gonna have people that's a little better than others, but I think the conditioning is more well-rounded. If that makes sense.
Right. You think they're coming in better shape? The matches are so much shorter though.
You had people like Ricky Jones and shit like that. That was Ricky Jones was ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Deep South was ahead of his time.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You gotta think about what the boys went 22, 23 and 0 or some shit like that.
Yep.
That shit ain't going on right now.
Right.
That shit ain't going on. That Ricky Jones shit ain't going on right now.
Right.
Somebody line your ass up.
Yeah, it's not the same, you know. I think a lot of it is because, one, Deep South was not, they weren't Ricky Jones like out there promoting themselves. You know what I'm saying? So, and the reason our dogs was able to get out there and move on because of people like you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, when Twin first moved here and first put them dogs out there, when he first got a chance to put his dogs out there, that motherfucker couldn't get them bitches hooked for nothing. I was a free on, and nobody knew me, and if they did know, but they didn't think I had that, so he had to use me to hook the damn dog. Once they heard we were born, them motherfuckers ain't gonna go far.
No.
These dudes got pretty red motherfuckers that will tear your ass up. Everybody do. Yeah, them was the times, man.
It was, man. It was.
You was ahead of your time. You was ahead of your time with the kid. You know what I'm saying? I remember.
But I was around.
I remember Twin had a motherfucking chief that bit his dog. We gonna go in there and tear your ass up in 30 minutes. And we ain't trying to go out. We going in 30 minutes. Gonna whip your ass in the man. It's all ready when they whip your ass in 30 minutes.
You got to be able to survive with this pace and this rough shit. But it worked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Yeah, hey, you was ahead of your time for a newbie. That keep you put on skin for number 3 on that cold night, boy. You got to say, mwah!
I always tell people, I just got ever race dog, really think about this, Reed. I'm fresh out of college. I don't know if you remember this. Somebody had that motherfucker that came off that BULLDOG.
Yep.
That's the second coldest dog I ever had. But anyway, you was like, you was trying to break down the difference between the blood game dogs and regular pigs. And I'm like, man, I don't understand the difference. Because I got this motherfucker right here for $50. I put him in the pen with the dude dog, bred him, and here I got him. So you was like, you know what? Bring him. In a couple of weeks, we doing a break. So I brought him. Now think about who was there. You, is hardcore. This is the first people I let get roll out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So I just got lucky, man. That was right.
Yeah,
if I come up with today, there was no telling who I meet on that goddamn internet and get my head busted.
Right. But see, your story is like our story when it comes to us being around McNasty and, you know what I'm saying? All those guys. You know what I'm saying? We were groomed. And then when I get to Florida, I'm already in with Big Mike and Stone City. You know, and then with you and you know our silent partner. I always tell them about our silent partner. Because the best gift that he could have got came from our silent partner, and that was Fatty Girl. That was a blessing. That was a blessing because, boy, that put him on the map. Go ahead.
I got her.
Oh, yeah, okay, go ahead. Tell them the story about Fatty Girl, man.
I got her from Old Levi.
Right, LA Combine. Louisiana boys.
What happened? That's why when I see that dude in the chat, I know he ain't no damn Bartlett Turbine, so it's only two of them, but I know him. But anyway, he had double up butt for it.
Yeah.
Was a little short on full, and I sent him some money, and he lost. And he told me, anything I got on the yard is yours. You can use it. So you know me. Let me get that bitch right now.
Gotta get that bitch. That mini bitch.
We're going to start right there. And I got her and started breathing. She was a game motherfucker. Now she was a game club.
Mm-hmm.
Factor. But it was a good game club. That's what them damn screaming demon dogs is.
Mm-hmm.
Some heavy fatty girl dogs. That's why they red with some black nose like that. They have fucked up skin. Them real Mayday dogs, they have fucked up skin.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know if people know that, but they have fucked up bad skin. You damn near got to keep them on self-election or keep them on some kind of antibiotic.
You know what that is? I mean, did you ever notice, man, that if you work that dog, those little bumps go away?
Yeah.
I mean, if they sit on the chain, they get them. But if you can literally take them out and walk them or put them on the mill and let them run, them bumps go away. So, you know, it's hard to treat, you know, because the dogs that we got right now, them Michael Myers dogs, they got the same fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? Tell them how you treated it, Mike.
I treated it by, first I started exercising ass again and got some fish oil. Fish oil and hemp oil. And so I mixed it in their food.
Hey, I think the screen might be frozen. Tell Mike to see if the screen frozen.
You're right. It is.
Okay. You can still hear me. Can they still
hear us out there?
We clean on that, but the screen frozen.
Okay, he's gonna do a reboot. But hey, man. Hey, tell me, man. The Boils cross. You know, when we get back the screen back up, I want you to talk about, you know, what.
Now, the Boils cross.
Yeah.
Twins just told y'all the main reason. What's the first dog from seeing that's going from, okay, Deep South is like this right here. If you got a champion and you live in fucking Iowa, we coming to whoop your ass. You ain't got this up. And you got to think about what the first dogs was I was seeing that was doing that for 20, 30, 40, 50.
Right.
For Spanish dogs.
You're right.
What was done in the tree? What was done in the tree?
What you say? Hey, say it again. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Yep. Yeah, right. Dum Dum and Trina was that. Yep, you're right. Dum Dum and Trina. Right. You might get that screen up so I can clear these pedigrees up. You're right.
You, Jake, Mike, and Jessica all pressed yellow.
Yep.
All y'all pressed yellow. So I knew that. But what really got me was Deep South in the yearbook of champions. I remember one day looking at the yearbook of champions at the house, and every page was a form dog on it.
Yep.
Champion such and such. Champion such and such. And everybody like, oh, it's rough girl, gotta get her husband up. I'm damn near feeling like, what's you call it? But I don't care no more because I do my own thing. People doing this shit anyway. So we were some of the first ones who started doing that cross.
Right.
But yeah, I ain't never seen like this in my life. But today, my brain, I'm gonna let some of these dogs get out of the puzzle. See, Twin let the motherfuckers go a little bit, dog. We ain't never let this dog go hard dog for what we call games and dogs. We never let it go to the puzzle. We broke it down between the homeboys and kept them, you know.
But I was getting out. Remember, Nate? I was getting out. Remember, that's when I let them all go.
That's the stage I'm at. That's the stage I'm at. I'm not getting out. But I was keeping them around.
But the one thing I wanted to now remember, I had Criminals Little May's sister, Speedy.
Right.
You remember that? Remember, I talked to him into making that breed when he got that Hitman dog. You know, the Hitman female. Hey, Mike is gonna.
He got the niche where I damn near don't like. As I got going, I don't like one without the other.
Right. Yeah.
I like them together. I don't want to go out there straight Mayday together. I don't want to. But anybody who got sense knows you need both sides. People always argue. Oh, red was dog, red. Oh, the Eli dog. But the fact of the matter is, put the motherfuckers together. That's where you need to get this motherfucking Barry Bonds from.
That's right. Okay, hold on, man. Hey, we're gonna do hey, Nate, if you're in the room, we're gonna do a reboot. All right, so hold on, okay? We're gonna try to get that screen out to freeze. Back up. All right, fellas, let me see. We back up. Yeah.
And when you think about it, he got his ass checked good. Uh-oh. That's last time it came back now. You can hear me?
Yep, we here.
He got, I'm back to Mason now. He got his ass checked good twice. You remember out there in the Orange Grove, he was so much bigger than Mason, Twisted Nico.
Yeah. Twisted Nico was another good one. Yeah. Yeah, Twisted Nico, and the shit wasn't no joke either. His litter mate, that bitch was a killer. They had unbelievable mouth.
I remember vividly, bro. I remember vividly you telling me, Reggie Man and Boston. I'm telling y'all, Red Bud Jocko Bolio is gonna be the new wave. This is fucking 2002, 2003.
Right.
You like I'm telling y'all, Red Bud Jocko Bolio is the new wave. Because back then, everybody who was Red Bud Ralph was crazy. You had the cowboy, you had the yellow dog. It was either that or that.
Yeah.
You can't, that's all you were stressing. And look at today's era. Every motherfucker in the world got a Red Bud Jocko Bolio dog.
So do. You're right.
The motherfuckers at the back.
Hey, I got Trina's pedigree up. to give them an idea of what we was talking about.
Hey, it's crazy, bro. Them two dogs were so bad. Well, you would have to know what you're looking at to say it was bad. Because them dogs were like what's the guy next to here who always talks about the smacking shit? Like the Eli month, I can tell he got a little spirit, but he loves the Eli dogs that come in and smash.
Right.
The dog right there is the one that's something.
Yes, sir.
Dog down the tree.
Yep. Them was some badass dogs. Remember Dum Dum was on Psycho when he was a puppy and hung with Psycho.
Dum Dum was a champion by the time he was like 25, 26, 27 months. He was a young champion. He won his first one. He won 16 months.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep. Get that Godzilla dog. Remember the old Godzilla down there in Alabama? That was his first one.
Yeah, damn right.
They was calling that motherfucker God. Came up in there calling him God. The whole goddamn town was up in that bit. Look at this shit. They look.
They were ready.
Oh yeah. I'm telling you, man, but that was a badass breeding right there. Them was some badass dogs. And they were top level bulldogs.
First thing I'm saying, and then I'm reading the yearbook of champions, and every page is a bulldog.
Yep.
And then guess who I motherfucking super guy. Buddha.
Yep. Yep.
I meet them. I come to their house. In the living room is champion engine. And one of the rooms in the crate is champion retard. And the other room in the crate is champion Roy Jones Jr. And the other room on the crate is champion Wacko. All of you. Hello. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know who the dog is. The owner is more important than the dog.
Yes, sir.
Look how them dogs. Look how them indie dogs evaporate.
Yep.
Look how they is and look how they evaporate. You think it was the dog? Fuck no. It was who they went to.
Yep. You're right.
Let me ask you a question. And ask the chat a question. Who you got a million different strains of bulldog and a different what cookies on this bitch? Y'all just love to fuck massive. I'm reading the chat. Tell the dude we don't talk about the now because that's snitching. Just because we not out there don't mean we gonna throw another motherfucker under the bus. That's why we can only talk about the past. But anyway.
Right, we don't because we can't. If you hear us talking about anything in the now, you gotta remember all this is fictional anyway. Because if you hear it come out of our mouth, we don't know. We can't tell you when, where, and how. Okay.
I always see them in the comments. Say, y'all talk about the past. Y'all talk about the past. We can't talk about the now, motherfucker.
It's okay. If we were talking about the now, you wouldn't know the difference. So you got to flow with the road. You know, everything is in the past. Supposed to be, fam. That's what that. Remember, you got to live by the disclaimer. Everything is done for the purpose of entertainment, and it's fictional.
Who? Let me get back to the question. Who y'all think had the most productive line before though? Offspring image. Replay with that. Offspring image.
Got it.
Y'all heard me already?
Yep, I got him up.
No, I'm saying, who do y'all think had the most productive line before though?
I think.
You think who?
I think Emmett did. Because they were doing a lot of breeding.
You wouldn't say you would say Superkite.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, who had the most success? I'm gonna go with your boy from Backstreet 2.
Okay. I'm gonna go with. I mean, I like Ron Newman though. I like Cherokee. I think Cherokee produced some good dogs. Huh?
Look at the dog. Look at the amount of dogs Backstreet Crew produced, man.
Yeah, but you know I've always had my headache with them because we tried to go into them, and you know one they didn't want to leave town, so that definitely made it obvious that they matched a lot of their dogs in town, and then the other thing is they wouldn't even let us come to town. So I always had a problem with that, you know, and even boot camp, you know, the boot camp clan, boot camp clique in them, you know, I was trying to get down there and I was trying to go through them to see if we could get it right. Never happened. You know, so I've always said Backstreet we have some good dogs, but you know, I've always wondered, you know, how would those dogs really do out here in our world? You know what I'm saying? And it seemed to show up because what y'all used out of that shit, you know, could have came from Kunta. You know what I'm saying? You don't think it was Kunta to put that in it? I think Kunta was the it factor.
A lot of people getting in stuff with it too.
Right. You're right now. You're sure right. They definitely produced.
You got to throw WCW in there.
I was getting ready. Yeah, Bob Lowry.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Who had the most? Who did the most with the Bulldog? That's what I was asking. It ain't hard to go. This people got them dogs to be in.
Right.
And that's crazy to say because he the originator.
I would say. I mean, I'm still looking at Windy City. I know they had a lot of them. I would have to say, I mean, still, Cherokee Kennel has some good ones too now. Who do you say?
I would go back to the truth, but now
okay, I'm gonna go there. Let me pull him up. Let me pull him up so we can be fair. Let's pull him up so we can be fair. Give me a chance to pull him up so we can get it on here. Got to get. Give me 1 second here. Let me fix that. They've been, yeah, they definitely. You're right about that. Okay, got it coming up, right?
They said a man in the regular house. No 10 acres, you know, city boy, New Orleans.
Okay, here go one. There's one right here.
Cortez, Superman, Super was you can go from that dog right there. Shit, look at the mama, dirty. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to go toe for toe, when you talk Bulldogs and Backstreet Crew. It's hard to go through. They got what you're supposed to have, the Reno Edge. That's what I always thought was the best with these last dogs, go to the Reno Edge. What? Crank, Mr. Rogers, Reno, who else is in there?
Mm-hmm.
It was a semi uniform breeding type shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Reno could have been Grand Champion, but you go to deal with him if he had season.
Right. Yeah, I had a picture of Reno when he was up there in Windy City's yard. I had a picture of all of them. Dirty Mary, all them dogs, man. Twiggy. I had pictures of all them. Remember John? Remember John, the pit bull store? Remember all them pictures? He had all those great dogs. Them was my pictures.
Yeah.
Nigga never gave him back my pictures. He blew them up and then kept my originals. But yeah, all them pictures I had, man, I took a picture of every one of them dogs that was there, man. I had pictures of Red, man. I had pictures of Jose's Bull. I had pictures of all them dogs, bro. I was on that man's yard. It was cold as hell, snowing like a mug out there. I was running through that yard, man, standing, grabbing those dogs, man, and he was taking the pictures for me. Then I went back.
That's one thing I regret, man. I wasn't big on pictures, and the little bit I did have stuck in with a ticket in a fucking storage. I got some pictures of Mexican skins and badges and all, so I got pictures of all the dogs, man. Manager, all the dogs, but I can't get to them. The people the younger schools I come across now with us around with us, I always take pictures. That's one thing I regret, taking pictures.
Right. Man, you know, when they hit my house, they took all my pictures. I never got them back.
Yeah.
But you know one thing about these dogs, man, you know, I always say, man, them damn Boyle's dogs is just like them Eli dogs. You're going to see some losers up in that shit. You're going to have a share of losers up in there. Yeah. That's right.
That's all the Bulldogs is.
You gonna always see them losses in there. Even with that, even when you look at the criminal in them line, you know, they be having them losers up in there, man. You know, they can win. They can win. But boy, they look, put the right shit on them. They're just like the Eli dogs. And they will still produce good dogs. Because it's a line that really does produce fighting dogs. That's the one thing. You know what I'm saying? I know if you want to come into the game and have a dog that's going to put it in, I would have to say Backstreet, you know, you would have to grab one of them. Because they definitely had a line of dogs that their dogs was definitely fire. You know what I'm saying? Remember Speedy, that whole litter was heat. The whole litter. You know, it wasn't until they got older that you got to, you know, calling them to see which ones was really worthy. You know what I'm saying? But they was definitely the baddest one. Really the baddest one. I had to say Kunta. I think Ron Newman with that Buck Dog produced some good dogs. You know, because, you know, there was no really, you know, unless we had the opportunity to put Buck Rogers on Kunta, which I would have thought would have been a great one. You know what I'm saying? Kunta, his line, they don't have that many kind of losses, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's hard to get those dogs to the box. See, that was the thing about the Newman Cherokee Kennels dogs, you know.
Well, that's what I was always told about all of them. It's going to take you a few, but when you got one.
You got one, that's right. You got to be patient.
But, you know, God works in these ways. That's how he do with dogs. That's how he do with athletes. If you look at dogs, boxing, MMA, all this shit the same.
You're right.
I don't understand what you say. Mike Tyson was motherfucking cowboy bull. I don't understand what you say.
He was a hard body one.
Man, when shit got real. Against the big hot dogs, motherfucker. You go fight through your ear.
Okay, well, look, I'm going to throw that Newman's Buck up here, man, to show you some Boyle shit. First, I'm going to show you his breeding.
Yeah.
I'm going to show him how he bred. You know, there's the Reno stuff. You go right-hand man. All right. Spring. You don't see them losers down in this shit. That's my point.
You're right.
And there ain't a bunch of them. But, I would have to say, and like he said, he goes through a lot of them to get it. But when you get it, you got it.
Right.
You don't that.
You go back and get the yearbook of champions. Every goddamn page had one on them.
I'm trying to tell you, these boys' dogs right here. Look how these dogs is brave.
And the freakiest ones the ones I got the cowboy with.
Yep. You're right.
When you get that good boy cowboy, yeah.
And these dogs can win, man. I mean, I'm always been a fan of Ron John. I used to referee a lot of his shows, man. I used to go and referee a lot of his shows, and I'm gonna tell you, man, he was a funny dude. He was definitely a funny dude.
We come from the era. I remember in the era of this shit going on. We was like, Red Dog? What? I remember we was slow when Cookie first came out. We was like, these Red Dogs, what the fuck?
Right. Then nobody, remember everybody wasn't all that crazy about Red Nose Dogs.
But we were just surprised they coming from that. Look how he first.
Yeah.
That dog, you look at that, don't look smack his goddamn pedigree.
No, he don't.
But they do that. They no, hell no. Let's be real. But they do come out like that.
Yep.
He was one of them.
Shit, to me, he looked like he looked like he would be. He looked like Brat in them to me.
Look, you got two generations right there. Which one the Red Nose Dog? In the three generations, which one the Red Nose Dog?
In the three generations.
Which one of them dogs Red Nose? Probably Dirty Red on the bottom.
On the bottom, yep, Miss Tippy, Crazy Tippy. She was no, she wasn't a red nose, no. No, there's a picture of Crazy Tippy. I had a picture of her ass too. I'm gonna tell you where I think the red came from. Cause a lot of this shit is black. Chucky. Let me check Chucky. We can go Dirty Red. Let me see, where's that at? Down at the bottom.
We was bred. Come over this way. Yeah.
Okay, I ain't got my glasses. There it is.
Yeah.
T-Boy and Tippy. Let me see. Where would the red come from? Because we know he black.
Yeah, I was seeing what she was because her name was Dirty Red, but I don't know. They don't say nothing. But you know what I'm saying? Those
Yeah.
all black pedigree. A black and brown dog.
Yeah, you're right.
Black nose. My red nose like that. That was crazy. You got him like that. You got Nate Jr. like that. But I know it's got heavy boys from BULLDOG and him come out. So I know it. It's doing it,
Mm-hmm. Well, the red probably came through Reno. Why not Reno?
Reno, 30 cents. Because red paper, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely in there. They got it come out. Definitely, yeah. But it took a long time to come out of here. So he come from a line with them little black nose on me.
Right. True. Yeah, that's a good question on that one, man. That's a damn good one. Cause where would Kunta get that?
You can't find a red nose dog in the first three
Mm-mm.
generations. Maybe so.
That's a good ass question.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good one right there, because it make you want to know where that red come from. I mean, we can go with the red, but with that red nose, that's a good one. It did not match his pedigree. It sure don't. Actually, he doesn't really look like a Boyle's dog.
Huh?
And he really don't look like a Boyle's dog. He looked like he did look like a Mayday dog. I mean, he looked like Bratton. He got the head like Mayto in them. You know what I'm saying? That big ass square head looked like Bratton her ears. Because somebody tell me where that red come from. That is a good one. That's a good one. I mean, especially with the red nose. Where is the red nose coming from? Got some shit off them though, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are they black?
Mm-mm.
They be down past a lot of shit like that, you know. He didn't even, I mean, was there ever a red nose champion son? You know?
Yeah, that's a good one. Let me check. Let me see. Champion Little Dirty.
Right there. Hey, go back down.
Okay, good. That Little Dirty got a red nose.
Don't you she's burning the white. I can call that because that's the past.
Right.
But we went into her. But we thought we had the motherfucker, right?
Right.
Because we had that deal for the shit with this bitch back to back to back. So we thought we was the short order. That motherfucker right there was bad. You hit me off. That little dirty shit. I think we met in Mississippi somewhere. Man, she was the typical born dog. For the first like 5 or 10, you know how the boys are on the ground and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
After about 10, 15 minutes, that motherfucker said, all right, give me my 25. And yeah, we see her. I forgot about that.
She's another pandy in disguise.
That motherfucker was bad.
Look a little fine.
But they kept. See at the bottom, that's kept. That little bit, when it says, like, no dog ever scratched back. That's bullshit. That little bitch we had with James and then the motherfucker. She got over there one time. She was nosedive. But that was a gang of motherfucker that half fight. When they were half fight.
Wow. Yeah, I know this dude. I know my man LeBons. He's up there in New York area, man. With Nasty and all them, yeah. Yeah. I see that Rock City. Yeah, that's Rochester and shit. I know he's a bad old dog man too. You see his name down in there, but yeah, he's been around for a while. He was up there with Buffalo Soldier and them.
Right.
But yeah, these is good match dogs. These is match dogs though, for damn sure. The guys that I see in these pedigrees, when you know them, you know them, you know. And they definitely had some, and they was definitely some badass dog men. You know, I would be expecting to see what I'm seeing out of them. You know what I'm saying? Now Tommy Walker, now that's another story. You know, I think that he could have had even better dogs if he had been doing a lot more. You know what I'm saying? He hated losing, so he was a picker. You know, even my boy Ohio Cass was saying, man, he got to be real friendly with Tommy. He was like, he'll definitely pick his way through one. You know what I'm saying? With one. But I like this one right here. I like that skeezer. Cause that soldier, that yellow buck to clean Mary shit.
It just got my phone here too, so at the bottom.
Yep. Cause we know the littermate to this dog, Deep Slop in them had. That's a red nosed bitch right there. I know there's a sibling to that. Yep, there she go, Goofy girl. Let me see.
Twisted would have made Arnold so easy, man.
Oh yeah.
He had that deep body. He was gonna make Arnold so easy, man. He was one of the coldest ones that don't get talked about because he got comfortable.
He'd have been up there. He would have been. Yeah, he got hit by a car Christmas morning by a dump truck. Christmas morning. Oh, he did. Yes, he did. There go Tira right there. Up a Luke Kane and Goofy Girl. Offspring. We know that crazy litter. Max and them. There go Twisted right there. Remember Twisted had Twisted Nico. He had the shit. He had Max. Remember I had two of them litter mates. Two of these. One got stolen, the male, and then the sister, I just went out there one morning, she was just dead on the chain. And they were still puppies. They were still young. They were maybe about 13 months old. But they was banging when they came out the womb. Them puppies these puppies right here is puppies. Every single one of them fought. Yeah, 7 of them. Every one of them fought, bro. Every single one of them puppies. I mean, when I say they was fighting, man, 3 days old. They was snatching each other off the titty. Yeah, I had 2 of them. I was bringing them back from Miami, man. I'm riding down the highway. I got them both in the cage. They puppies. Somebody had to pull me over, bump me up, and tell me the dogs was back there in the back fighting. Puppies. I look back there, man. These dogs is in full rage, all-out war inside the kennel.
Yeah.
But these are good-bred dogs.
I remember vividly. I would tell you exactly what litter that was. You had one in there with them that woke up and snapped on all that. That you had one puppy in there that wasn't dead still. It was when the big dog touched it.
Yep.
And he woke up with all the hands. I remember that. I remember that.
You talking about the Walkmore breed?
You had one man in there with all that, and he was the trump at the start. All the twisted ones was fucking lit. That litter right there was lit.
Yep, every one of them.
He had some of that shit.
You're right. Yeah, we had to put his ass on the chain. Remember, Yellow Day was the one. Remember, and Baby and them little Yellow Day was. Remember how Yellow Day was?
At 4, 5, 6 months old, you take them to the box.
You could took it. You could took that whole litter to the box. You're right.
All these old stuff, y'all. 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, y'all. You know, hey, we don't live like this no more. We don't do this shit no more. It's the past and stuff, but it is what it is. But yeah, you think I remember that shit, the whole list, and all of them had their own style.
Yep.
Everything. All of them. But Roger from the get-go.
Yep.
That was a bad motherfucker. That boy. You talking about a tornado? That was a fucking tornado. Him and Baby.
Yep, him and Baby. Man, remember Baby killed that mechanic bitch, man? I thought that mechanic bitch was gonna be a world beater too, bro. That bitch got off the chain and ran into Baby, and I found her dead over there on Baby in Baby's chain ring. Baby laying on top of her like she was a pillow. I couldn't believe Baby killed that bitch. I got that bitch to be a winner. That bitch got off the chain and spent the night with Baby, and Baby killed her ass. Yeah, she was a nice one, man.
I was just learning and real fresh and young. What I couldn't believe though was they came how Look Up looked and how they was. Because Look Up was just a little ugly ass little French dog.
Right! Wasn't he though?
He's like a fucking Brenda Cool dog.
Yes, he was. That motherfucker could fight though, bro. He could go though. He was tough.
Whatever happened to him, he died.
Yep, remember he had babesia. He had babesia. Let me tell you how he got it.
Hey, listen, y'all.
Yep.
This motherfucker twin is so smart when it comes to he's smart with a lot of shit, but especially when it comes to the health inside of the dog. I remember Babesia came out and nobody knew what the fuck Babesia was. You could take dogs to the vet
Russia.
Greek, and you could cure the dogs with obesity but put a fucking vet.
So could.
I witnessed this. I witnessed this shit.
And everybody's dog was dying around the country. I was saying
That shit. What do you call it? Rolling the breed. It's easy. You roll your dog in 2 weeks, that motherfucker get everything.
But you know how I got it, man? I got it. I got it from breeding to Apache. Yeah, that's how I got it. I bred to Sassy's mama, and she didn't take.
But he got it. He got it ugly because them you know, those Stone City dogs ugly. They look like cool dogs.
They do.
They was ugly.
He was ugly as hell, his damn self, with them funny ass, big ass little web feet.
Right.
But boy, them ugly motherfuckers can fight. Now, that's one thing you can best believe. Them dogs can fight. I mean, they don't look like they can do nothing. Until you put them down, man, you got a problem. You got to work to beat them boys right there. And you know.
Them boys up there in the D had crossed the Nico dog with some old flat shit. That's where the firecracker dogs and them came from.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just firecracker. Them boys had a bunch of them motherfuckers. Usually the grade, it was a bunch of them motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers real. 30, 45 people do it. Right.
You're right. It sure was. Mm-hmm.
They had got them to where they turned. They was all red, black, blue dogs.
Yep. You're right. I mean, Little Buck looked just like this bitch, didn't he? Oh, Sarah Carroll?
Yep, that's how he looked.
He looked just like that mug right there. And look at them ugly feet she got. Yeah, that's what Little Buck looked like, just like that.
I always said if I ever was to get, you know, I hate French dogs. I just people used to call me whatever, it don't matter, whatever. I just go on without motherfuckers. They motherfuckers either ace or a cur. Ain't no in between. A Brenda dog is an ace or a cur. But the only ones that I feel best with is the ones that come from Stone City dogs.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. Not the red Brenda one. I'm talking about that Brenda right there, what we looking at right now.
That shit right there. That shit right there. That shit right there is throwing some shit. You right about that. Yep. Because she produced her damn self. And the funny thing about it, man, you know Ramel Buck, right? A champion Ramel. This dog right here. Yeah. He bred his dog to Sarah Kell, right? After I bred Lil Buck and them. When I bred Lil Buck, the sassy girl, if you know, because Competition Kennels, he's up in Detroit. He's the one that helped me get Sassy Girl's mama, that Apache bitch. But yeah, he went and sought out Sarah Kell to make that breed. Because you'll notice, he's bred like Apache. Except up here is Tans Bruiser. You know what I'm saying? Tans Bruiser bred to this bitch, and then they turned around and took that daughter and bred Tans Bruiser to Hooker Red. But yeah, man, he made this cross right here. He said when he heard about Bebe and Buck Rogers in that litter, right? He went and made this breed. He said, twin, I just bred to that little Buck litter sister, man. I went on ahead and did it. He got one. He got that champion Romel. What was the Romel Buck? That's what his name was. There you go. Where he at? Now tell me you don't look like Yellow there and them. that red brindle, that yellow buck stuff.
Yeah. It's the same shit.
Same shit.
Different dog.
Yep. Yep. The only difference in ours was, let me show you on this bitch here. I can jump in there quicker by going through here. Let me go back to the little buck. Same breeding. Now, that bottom, look at the bottom. Bruiser bred to sassy. They can bruise her back. See what I'm saying? He got me this dog. He helped me get this dog. I was trying to get that dog for like a year and a half. And he finally I was able to get her through him. And then when I was telling him, because I went over to Puerto Rico and I came back with Lil Buck. When I made that breeding and Jesse and all them seen it, it was like everybody heard about those puppies. Everybody. Not just Florida, up north, Ohio, Detroit. All the guys heard about the little banging puppies. And that's when he went and yeah, they wasn't they though, man? Them dogs matched them motherfuckers.
This first shit I'm seeing, I was in heaven. This motherfucker had every book out. When I found out what was going on, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. This was going on. I don't want to.
And that was the shit, though. That was the key.
That's the blue dog when I had. That's when he went on. Hooker Red the Gator, didn't he?
Yep. Yep. Exactly. That's right. Yep. To Gator.
That goddamn team was a motherfucker, but we were a blue dog to the circus dog.
Yep. This bitch right here bred the champion Gator. Remember, Kurt had one. Remember, Kurt and them had one. Remember Kurt from Orlando? Yep. Yeah, that shit right there, that shit right there, that Gator bred to her was a nice ass dog. I mean, Kirk's his was a people biter though. Remember I had him on the yard.
Yeah, but P was just that lucky dog. So you gotta remember, we had Simmons, champion rock and everything.
Right.
This motherfucker, think about it, man. This was a blue fucking P. We never seen him behind. Arguing with motherfuckers after the club. He went up here, down here, side here.
He didn't. Oh yeah.
Ain't gonna go there. He was just that,
Hey, no. When y'all took that 38 special dog, right now, them boys have still got that line up there where they at. How did that come about? How did that come about?
He was the first one friend when we took. You remember I was up there in Belgium.
Right.
And he was and he did his thing with it. He still got us to the thing. He got him crossed up.
Oh yeah, he got you're right.
He'll tell you, he said, man, I got dogs here and there all my life. He said, I'm so glad I can't talk to dogs. He's been running for 20-something years.
Yep. Yes, he has. They talk about him to this day up there with that Jackson, with that stuff, 38 special stuff. Definitely a well-known dog up there in that area. But I was just wondering, man, because that would have been hard for me to believe you let somebody on the yard.
He bred to them. That was just idea he's doing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good old bucko.
Shut up.
Hey, days. Back in the day. Hey man, it was real good to see you call in, boys. About damn time. I didn't talk enough. I didn't talk about you enough. You know, I'm glad you had to. You blessed us with your presence today. You know what I'm saying? This man is always in the chat room, hiding around somewhere, guys. He's always around. Y'all just don't know when he in the room because he gonna sit in the back street. But he's always around, and y'all hear me always talking about him because the torch got passed. And like I said, if it don't be for him, I'm not the one. He the one. He was able to take what we did and kept going. And then he was able to bring him and create not only his own line of dogs with it, but had something to pass to others who built off of what he was doing.
Right, I was just about to say, and got a little team. We always had a little team.
Yep.
I was never by myself. You can't do something in life by yourself or be miserable. Always had a nice little team.
A winning team. Okay, let me remind them. A winning team. Y'all seen them numbers? Them numbers ain't just come from us. That come from a line of dogs. And if you actually ever had one, you would definitely find out that them dogs is very hard dogs to whoop. You got to first survive with them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't know what made us so lucky, to be honest. I got lucky. I got Stone City in Mayday. I don't think nobody knew nothing about them dogs when we got our hands on them. You know what I'm saying, Nate?
Right.
And that's the truth. No, we were just lucky enough to again, if it don't be for us going over there, going in the Tommy Boy with Brad's mama, this could have been a whole different life because that move right there put me in touch with Angel. You know what I'm saying? That move put me in touch with Victor. You know what I mean? And that's where it all began at.
Yeah.
That's where it all began at. But it really started with Red Ace going to Puerto Rico. That was the key. Yeah, boy, I wish I'd have been. Man, look at man. I always tell people, I learned a lesson that day. But man, do you know if Red Ace would have did what she did to Tommy Boy, if we had came out of there, if Red Ace would have went in there and did what she was supposed to do to Tommy Boy, we'd have been out there in like 15 minutes at the most. Took us 5 minutes to break her down and had her, down dog scratching out of hope. Because Red Ace broke her off so damn quick, got her laying there. But man, that bitch, I'm telling you, man, that was the bitch that I was going to put on nothing but champions. Because man, I'm telling you, Brat was a rough bitch. Mama was a bad bitch, but Brat was like her mama. She would kill one. Brat would kill one. When we was running around up there in Tennessee and Georgia, man, then none of them want to see that little bitch because they didn't never believe. Hey, remember how they was looking at Buck Rogers saying, man, Buck Rogers ain't no 40-pound dog. They just couldn't believe it. Imagine Brat at 37.
But see, the thing about Brat was, you had to tell somebody she was a guy. You had to tell somebody she was a female.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they thought she was a male. Brat was definitely the perfect specimen for the match dog, though. Because she definitely, I'm telling you, she looked like Kunta to me. I see Kunta and say that damn, Kunta looked just like a Mayday dog, don't he? He definitely looked like Brat in the face. And that big ass head.
Well, man, I appreciate y'all, man.
And now,
all the years, everything, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I gotta get deal with some puppies and shit before I lay my ass down.
Well, you be sure to get them pictures of those pups so we can see what they look like out here. You know what I'm saying? Show them that another level. And, you got to do it, baby. You got to do it. You got 11 of them motherfuckers out there, bro.
Yeah.
I just like to see them. I just like to see the puppies in the future. You know what I'm saying? This is the future.
Hope whoever get him through the right man, that's all I can do. Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
You lead the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink.
That's right. You're right about that. Hey, everybody, I'm telling you, man, again, this is Game Bill Nate right here. This is the guy I'll be talking about all the time and we'll continue to talk about. He is our legacy. You know what I'm saying? Without him, we don't have much of a legacy. And that's for real. And we always tell you that. We didn't shine by ourselves. It took people that was able to do what we did. And we damn near got the same story because like you said, who can be that lucky? Listen to his story. His story sounds like my story. The first two people I met in the dog game was Atlas Boer and James Upwards. So by the time I got to him, you know, I gave him something to look towards too. Go ahead, Brick Bill. What'd you say?
I'm gonna go get on that. You hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Hey, man, we appreciate you stopping through, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, fellas, before you go, man, y'all throw them muscles up and them thumbs up for me, man. We got to show my boy some love, especially this one. So, hey, I'm going to let y'all know. Hey, Mike, give me my thumbs up, man. I'm going to do me some thumbs up. So, let's give it up, fellas. I need thumbs up. Thumbs up.
All right, thumbs up. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to get ready to get the hell up out of here. So while we getting ready.
All right, big brother.
Appreciate the love, fam.
All day.
Hey, man, I need y'all to help me out here. Big shout out to my little nephew coming through, showing the love. Scratch Line, you know I see you, fam.
We see you, Scratch Line. Hey, I got your text today, boy. Yeah, I got you. I see you. I see you. I see you.
Y'all help me out, man. Give me some thumbs up, thumbs up.
Much
thumbs
love.
Up, thumbs up.
Give me that love up, fellas.
Now give me some muscles. 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 Now show some love to my fam.
Show the love, baby.
Give me some damn roses.
Come on, plant the love, plant the love, plant the love. We need them damn roses. Let it flow.
Come on, y'all.
Let it flow.
Show your love.
Just push it on there, man. I want my boy to come up in there, man, and go back to them pages and see that run. You know what I'm saying? Not every day that we sit there and ask for you to do something that's free. So give it to us while it is. Show the love. I'm going back and see. Okay, I might do Joy. I just wanted to point out some of this good shit. You know, there's another. That's a Game Bill right there. One of his breedings. Is that Wacko. There go Maytooth. Throwing them killers. This one is just after I'm gonna go on out with that one tonight. But I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna start out the night with the great one. Let me tell y'all. I'm gonna see if y'all know who the great one's gonna be tonight. Who y'all think the great one gonna be tonight? We're gonna tell him to give him the love. Let's see if I got him here. I gotta get ready to run through all my boys. See that shit? Got all the peoples up there. We got some dogs on this show, ain't we, bro? Okay. I have to go in here and find me another landing place. I'm going back in here and tell you who our dog of the night gonna be. Last hurrah. You know what I'm saying? You know, I definitely want to step up and thank nephew for calling in, man, because, you know, and I really, really appreciate him being a good listener, being a good student, being a good person, being a good homeboy. No, he got put some many years in, and he got some great dogs out there. You know, he still got that line of dogs. Just letting you know. You know, he ain't into that foolishness no more. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know, we can't take the horse and stuff his head in that water. But best believe if he can drink it, he can win it. You know what I'm saying? Feel that.
All right, you guys, you know what? Appreciate everybody for showing up, showing out. Big shout out to the Shark Tank. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this unfreeze right quick.
You gonna do it unfreeze? You gotta do it unfreeze.
All right, fellas. I ain't gonna try to do no unfreeze. We just gonna end it like this, right quick. Big shout out to Roadblock, my main man, R.I.P. Mr. McNasty, and my man Mr. T. Another big shout out to my R.I.P. the Grim Reaper. My hearts go out to these legendary dog men. So every chance you get, pour some on the ground for your dog, full of dog man. Show them that love. You know how this goes. We out. Rock out, baby. Hey, fellas.
You already know what's up, man.
You already know what's up now.
Can't walk out the door.
Can't walk out the door without letting you know. Keep it real, keep it tight. You want to keep it right? Remember to always.
And that means keeping it right. You got to always
live it if you always
scratch the wind.
Be on point,
much
man.
love, fellas. Much love. See you Friday.
Peace.